This first gentleman's coming up here. We had a real fun week with him. He's him on 2-drink minimum. He's been on Evening at the Improv. He's also, as we mentioned, he's on his 1994 Federal Witness Protection Program tour. Please, a warm welcome, Mr. Doc Barham.
Oh, let's keep it going for Mr. Tim Rankin. Put your hands together for him. Tim will be teaching an Eckankar and Est program after the show for any of you of those who are interested. That's be fun. So. How you guys doing? Great. Man, you guys would suck at a rock concert with an attitude like that. Be like, you ready to rock and roll, Washington DC? Yeah. Yeah, rock and roll me, buddy. Go. Woo. Go, 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 go. Let's hear it. You guys gonna move some comedy or what? Make some noise. Right. Very nice to be here. I pulled into DC, I guess today about noon, and I've been driving around pretty much ever since because, nobody told me the Beltway was a fucking circle. Look, kids, Parliament. Look, kids, Parliament. Look, kids, Parliament. I've had fun driving around here. I noticed that you guys drive just a little bit differently here. Apparently in Washington, D.C., right-of-way is determined by tonnage and velocity. Stoplights just seem to be rough guidelines. Green means go, yellow means go faster, red means go if there's nobody looking. Blinkers? Never touch this stuff. So I have enjoyed looking around the city, and you know what? I think the Washington Monument needs veins. Hey, he is the father of our country. Come on! Hell, I think on July 4th, all the fireworks shoot right out of the tip of that thing. There you go, Martha. There's your cluster bomb. Oh, man. It is nice to be here. You know, I was watching the Tube today, and I have now sort of a little bit of a theory, I guess, about television. I think it's a lot like computers. It's just garbage in, garbage out. There is so much stupid stuff on television. I think if you watch enough of it, it can't help but make you stupid. I like this commercial for Vaseline Intensive Care. This woman walks out, she has sort of a vacuous, self-lobotomized look on her face. She looks into that camera and she goes,
sometimes my skin is so dry, I can actually write the word dry on the back of my hand.
Yeah, well, if you need to do that to tell your skin's dry, maybe you ought to etch the word stupid on your forehead while you're at it. It probably wouldn't help much anyway. She'd just get to that bathroom mirror and be going, dip butts. Cool. Most of you guys got that one. Pretty much if you don't get that, you are. Just seems like a lot of the quality and standards in the media have dropped a lot in the past couple of years. It's everywhere. Radio, television. USA Today is a perfect example. Man, talk about your hamster litter rags. That thing, that should win the most. Don't you fucking hate USA Today? That's the word. That color-coded cartoon book is what that thing is. Man, it should. I think it should win the Pulitzer Prize for most in-depth investigative paragraph. I'm reading in there the other day, it says that a survey conducted recently shows that 3 out of 4 people make up 75% of the population. Well, my keenly honed senses tell me I lost a couple of the Dip-Its folks on that one, too. That's right. And some of you guys just looking at me like, buddy, we just came here to see comedy, man. We didn't want to have to do fractions. What a dick. Another scientific study that I read said exactly 1/2 of all Siamese twins are left-handed. Okay, some of these jokes you will actually have to think about tonight, guys. Final survey that I read said that every 30 seconds on this globe, somewhere a Julio Iglesias song is being played. That's true. You know what that means? Somewhere every 31 seconds, somebody's going,
God damn it!
well, it looked like Julio will be rolling into the metro area anytime soon, huh? Oh, man. I tell you, everything in the media does drive me crazy with the low quality and standards. USA Today is just the perfect example. It really is. You know, I was reading in the celebrity obituary column they have in there. It said that the Guinness Book of World Records oldest living human had died. Carrie White died at the age of 118 years old. Last line of the obituary said, and I quote,
Cause of death has not yet been determined. Oh, let me take a wild fucking stab in the dark on this one. Probably not crib death.
And the line just before it said, unfortunately, Mrs. White died penniless. Like that was such a bad thing. Man, it sounds to me like she timed it just right. Hell, I'm sure her last words were,
And put the rest of that on a gift certificate, Chuck.
I love the Guinness Book of World Records. What a great book. See, the categories in it are so bizarre. Actual category in the Guinness Book of World Records, camping out. World record for camping out? 22 years. Buddy, at some point, you are no longer camping out. You're just fucking homeless. Yeah, apparently we don't have a homeless problem in this country. We have a camping competition. That's not a refrigerator box, folks. That's a KOA campsite.
No, don't go look for a job. We're still camping. We're going for the record.
I always see the homeless guys with refrigerator boxes out here. Sometimes I wish that one homeless guy would just take like a pack of crowns and a scissors like when we were kids and make that refrigerator box into a little house. Don't you? Okay, no, just me. That's fine. Now, see, you know, I used to give him a lot of my money, and sometimes you just get that compassion fatigue, don't you? You see the same guy every single day walking by with that sign, just holding up the sign there going, yo, man, can you help me out? It's like, yeah, there's 2 S's in homeless. Fuck you guys, that's funny. Loosen up.
Don't make fun of the little homeless people.
I got mugged 2 times by homeless people, you know, and I was going to give money, and then they took all my money. And see, first time, though, was my fault, because actually I didn't want to tell the guy that I had any change without actually saying that. So I walked by, and the guy goes, yo, man, you got any change? It's like, no, man, I only got big bills. I don't know, do you guys think it's actually wrong to toss a bum some change? You know, say like a fistful of pennies, overhand. Really hard, right at his head, while he's sleeping. From the window of a moving vehicle, while you're hollering, oh no, God bless you, you fuck! Sorry, a couple of knocks to the head just tends to make you a little bit bitter sometimes. Everything in the mass media, though, does drive me crazy with the low standards. You know, it's not just the papers. Television is definitely that way, Dave. America's funniest home videos. I don't know about you guys. I just can't take 30 minutes a week of watching Junior hit Pop in the Nuts with a croquet mallet. Next week, Fat Chick slips on ice. And you should really think about what you're watching. I mean, critically analyze what you see, because if you don't, man, it can just turn your brain into jelly. Like Schick has a commercial for their Tracer razor that says, the following commercial advertisement is for Tracer razor. If you were using a Tracer razor, if your head were square, shaving would be simple. But if your head were square, shaving would be the least of your worries. You'd be doing 6 shows a day on the Midway with a fucking Elephant Man. It'd be Cubo the Blockhead Boy. I am not an animal. I'm a polyhedron. But if your head were square, wouldn't you want to grow a beard? Help round out those unsightly corners. Now, of course, just before Michael Landon has his 30-minute infomercial, right, that says, the following commercial advertisement, you know this one I'm talking about? Was recorded prior to Michael Landon's death. No shit! Who in the Sam hell is that for?
Holy Christmas! Highway to Heaven was for real!
See, you know, they say the median IQ in America is dropping at a rate of 3 points every 5 years, based on the Stanford-Binet IQ test. So 5 years ago, it was 100. Apparently this year, based on those tests, it's 97. So what that means is that the world's not going to go out with a bang or a whimper, but just sort of a... We'll eventually be too stupid to fuck and just die. I said that last night. This lady goes,
I'd never be too stupid to fuck.
well, for me, ma'am, you already are. Only on television would you ever see somebody try and sell you a clapper. My grandmother wanted one of those things, so we got her one and hooked it up to her life support system. Who's in the will, Grandma? Who's in the will? Who's your favorite grandson? You want the inheritance and you know it, clap your hands. You want the inheritance and you know it, clap your hands. The respirator is not science. Oh, I know that you are dying. I want the inheritance and I know it, clap my hands. Well, I don't know if you guys are applauding for me or just trying to clap me off, man. Oh, man. I tell you, it's just unbelievable. You know, there's so much political correctness is actually affecting the programming on television right now, I think. And it's just incredible. The commercial for the starving Biafrans that comes on late at night, now they preempt it with this completely self-defeating message that says, the following commercial advertisement may be inappropriate for sensitive viewers. Aren't those exactly the people you want to be watching that? I mean, you don't want insensitive viewers watching that, do you? Coming up going, ah, look at that limp! What about those flies around his mouth? That ought to make a bill, huh, buddy? Well, let me tell you guys, if you didn't like that joke, you're really going to hate the rest of this shit, so strap in tight now. Says, you know what that means? I mean, if somebody was a sensitive viewer, that means that somebody actually had to call up and complain about that commercial. You'd realize that? Somebody had to call up and go,
now listen, I'll let you know right now, I'm a very sensitive person, and I come home from work, I want to have a nice dinner, I turn on that television set, and seeing those starving babies just puts me off my damn dinner. I'm no longer hungry.
That's just fucking hilarious to me. Apparently I'm the only one it's hilarious for, too. That's fine. This is Doc's new joke night, and it's really not going very well tonight. You guys are getting all my new and also old cast-offs now. Boy, what else should we talk about? You know what, I actually was talking about political correctness before. I would like to talk about some of this stuff that I see going on right now. There's so much tension between the people in general in this country, I think, between blacks and whites, gays and straights, and males and females, because of political correctness. Everybody's trying to be so, you know, nice to one another and not step on one another's toes, that it's created a tremendous amount of tension. I see a lot of bashing against, like, black and white, see a lot of racism, you know, and I don't really get that. I mean, you know, I haven't always been a stand-up comic like I am now. Actually, for a while, I was briefly employed in the transportation sector of the food service industry. And, all right, I delivered for Domino's. But I remember remember this one neighborhood I went into, there was this brand new Porsche Carrera across the street from the house that I had to go to. So I went up and I knocked on the door, and this little 10-year-old black kid answered the door. And I started waxing nostalgic to him about when I was a kid growing up in D.C. Man, if we'd had a car like that in our neighborhood, how we would have stripped it up, boom, no time flat, right? He looked at me and he goes, no. White boys too? And I felt really bad because I realized here it is what, like 1994? And his primary source of information is what? The television or the mass media, which is obviously still portraying a negative contrast between two races, black and white. And that's so damaging to an entire race of people. I mean, that really, really bothered me. So I tied the little boy up and I stole every fucking thing he owned. And I said, now let that be a lesson to you about racial stereotypes, young man. Why, I'm white and I'm a big old thief. I said, you know, as long as we're here just blowing the lid off of racial stereotypes, let's just have a look at that penis, mister. Now you see there? Exactly the same size. Of course, he was a 10-year-old kid, so he was pissed, man, but he got the message, and that's the important thing. You white folks aren't any better than us, man.
My job there was done. Hi-ho, honky! Away!
See a lot of gay bashing going on. I don't get that either. A friend of mine just went to go get a job at Walmart recently. They told him they didn't hire homosexuals. So I went in and I applied for a job. I told him I was bisexual, but I just wanted to work part-time, so. Yeah, just come in on those days I was feeling particularly macho and stick me in auto parts. That'd be fine. I don't know, you just hear so many homophobic guys say stuff like, you know, I just don't understand how one man could ever want to suck another man's dick. Well, obviously, if you did, you'd probably be gay. And usually it's some like 300-pound, tattoo-ridden, toothless Dan Haggerty-looking bastard who says something like that. I'll tell you what, ain't no damn pillow-biting bottom feeder ever gonna stick his thing in my keister. That's for damn sure, mister. Well, of course not. The guy's gay. He's not blind. Man, give him credit for some taste. Come on. I like gay men. I'm not gay myself, but I think gay men bring a number of really positive contributions to our society. I mean, hey, first and foremost, they make easy targets for those rednecks, right? And even more importantly, hey, two guys in the sack together leaves two girls free for my scrawny ass. That's just simple numbers, man. And plus, if you ask any woman to describe the average gay man, what does she usually say? Oh, they're usually really good-looking, good dressers, intelligent, sensitive, good job, good sense of humor. Oh, man, I'm fucking glad they're gay. I do not need that kind of competition. Hell, if I had it my way, I would be a supervillain called Dr. Gayfinger. I'd have that Midas touch of reverse sexuality, man. One touch of this bad boy, and you would be a flaming pink triangle, mister. It'd be great. Any straight guy taller than me? Bam! You're gay. Any straight guy better looking than me? Bam! You're gay. Any straight guy with a better body than me? Bam! You're gay. I'd be the tallest, sveltest, best-looking heterosexual man on the planet. Be me and Danny DeVito going head-to-head for all the bays. Hey, Dr. Gayfinger, where'd you get those amazing superpowers? Who, me? Bang! Oh, shit! Hey, who's that guy? Oh, man. See, I think there's even a lot of tension between the sexes, you know, in dating. You know, I see that all the time. You have so many, like a minefield of terminology you have to deal with, don't you? Terms like date rape, sexual harassment, and, well, there was a time not too long ago when the passionate pursuit of a beautiful young woman you were attracted to was considered romantic. Nowadays, hell, Pepe Le Pew would be considered a stalker. I mean, if Romeo were alive today, he would be on Juliet's front lawn going, "What's soft? What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. Juliet is the sun." Freeze! This is the Verona City Police Department. Put your hands on your head and lie on the ground now. Before Romeo could finish another fucking couplet, he would have 50 taser darts in his ass. They'd hog tie him, take him downtown, throw him in the lockup tank, and slap a restraining order on his dumb moonstruck lover boy ass. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I'm in the fucking Verona City jail. Now come down here and bail my ass out. That's another term I hear a lot. The women say guys don't understand that date rape is wrong, and I don't think that's the case. I think most guys know that it's wrong. I mean, you'll always have the occasional asshole who has the attitude like,
Well, just 'cause the date's passed out, don't mean the date's over.
by and large, I think guys understand. It's just that, historically speaking, some of you guys are laughing a little too hard on that one, man.
I'm gonna remember to tell that to the fellows when the ladies aren't around.
Now, see, see, it's just that historically and sexually speaking, men have pretty much always had to be the aggressor or the initiator. So for a woman, the idea of being date raped is really pretty frightening. But for a man, the idea of being date raped is kind of a fantasy. Oh, let me get this straight. You're gonna take me out, buy me dinner, get me drunk, take me home, and forcibly fuck me all night long? Here's the car keys, Catwoman. You're the designated driver. Oh, man. No, I don't know. There is so much tension. I met this girl last week at a bar, and I really liked her a lot, and I thought we were getting along great. So finally I said, well, hey, what do you say you and I get out of here and go back to my place? She snaps, freaks out, looks at me and goes,
I wouldn't sleep with you if you were the last man on earth.
and I was thinking, no kidding, babe. If I was the last man on earth, I could be a little bit pickier.
Hell, you wouldn't live long enough to make it to the front of the line.
You'd have to peer through the overly boosted coiffes of at least 26 NFL cheerleading squads just to see the back of Kim Basinger's head. See, all the guys are going,
That's a good goddamn line, there. That's what that is. That's never happened to me again, I'll tell you that right now, mister. Hey, how do you spell Banksinger? Is that one or two S's?
well, guys, I'm going to have to get out of here, but before I do, I wanted to share this with you. I do a little writing every now and then. Specifically, I do a little poetry. And recently, I finished a poem that I submitted to Hallmark. And, well, yeah, they turned me down. And so I wanted to go ahead and share this with you, if I could. When the road you chose gets rocky, and the way leads all uphill, and even good friends desert you, as they sometimes will. When the deck seems stacked against you, seems there's no way you can win, that's the time to buy a gun and put it to your chin. When problems loom too large and they're only getting bigger, sock the barrel, baby, and pull the fucking trigger.
Oh, man, I get misty every time I read that.
I really did make this up, so if you guys would like to get one after the show, I can set you up with one. It says right here on the front, a poem to inspire you. So if you have somebody you'd like to inspire, and I'm sure you all right now are going, oh, I'll give it to that son of a bitch for damn sure. Just talk to me after the show and I can give you one. It's not, actually, I made my own little company now. It's not Hallmark, it's called Hellmark. So, and right here, this is one other card. If you like that one, you'll probably like this. I have actually about 4 cards. See, because this cute little girl there, she's riding a rocking horse, and it says, thinking of you, just wanted to say, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Listen, thanks a lot. I've had a great week here at the Improv. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Doc Barham, ladies and gentlemen.